quick. He might
They're
do it
going quick.
quick.
They're going quick.
I don't think I did. Did I? I don't know. Good shit, Cody. Nice. Good take. Good take.
Get to it. Let's. Oh no! That one in. I'm going back post. Oh yeah. Oh dummy. Pin. Oh.
I hate this game, dude.
You think you got the moves, eh? You think you got the moves, eh?
Nice.
Get
Hurt
hurt, boy.
his ass, bro.
Oh yeah, body. Oh.
Oh, I thought I was gonna go for it.
Knee from down here. You can just see him trying out. But at the moment, he's carrying on. Cheers, Jeff.
Looks like a twisted knee down here.
Damn, look at that shit.
Oh, what a pass. Oh, yes. Go in. That off his hand? What did that hit? His leg?
No, like his foot. His leg. Bro.
Dang.
Been off the back pass. It knows what it is.
Perfectly positioned to take it away.
Oh boy. Holy shit.
Oh, two. Yes. Let's go. I didn't know if I was going to hit the bar or not. It was so hard to tell. Let's go. Oh, made a rage quit.
Get the fuck out.
Hey everyone, this is Lesky here, back with another FIFA 21 Pro Clubs player build for you guys today. And in this build, we are going to be showing you guys my new box-to-box build. Actually, it's not even new. I just started using it recently because I switched back from striker to center mid. But I actually used this build a lot towards the beginning of Pro Clubs when I was playing midfielder a ton. So let's get started, guys, and I'm going to show you guys the athletic page of this build. Alright, so going over to the athletic page, I am lefty midfielder, and I am actually listed at center mid. A lot of people that say they're using a midfielder build, but they actually just put them at wing back and basically play in the midfield, which is something you could do, and it's pretty solid. But this year in FIFA 21, back in FIFA 20, if y'all don't remember or didn't play FIFA 20, there actually wasn't a CM build that you could put, like position that you could actually make your guy. You could only be a CDM or a cam, which was kind of weird, but this year they actually allowed you to be a center mid, and actually the stats are very good as a center mid. I really like using a center mid, very well rounded. And let me just show you guys what I have for the height and weight. So I am listed as the low side of 5'10". let me show you guys exactly what I mean by the low side. See, if I nudge it down on just a little bit, I go back down to 5'9". But if I keep going up, the stats will change. And in my opinion, they get a little worse. So what you're going to want to do is just keep nudging it down until the stats go up a little bit. But you're going to want to stay at the 5'10". See, you can stay at 5'9" and have the same stats as 5'10". But why would you want to do that? You want to add a little extra height. So you're going to bump it up until it has those same stats, but you're listed as 5'10", like that. And I accidentally switched to 176 from 174. You're going to want to be 174 pounds because that is the max weight in that little range. It doesn't really matter. You could be a little bit less. As long as you're in that weight range and you have these pretty much similar stats. The stats might be a little bit different compared to how many games y'all played as a midfielder, as a striker, as a defender. They could be different, so just be aware of that. But yeah, this is the athletic page, guys. Now let's jump over to the skill tree, and I'll show you guys what I have listed for this build. Alright guys, so hopping over to this box-to-box midfielder skill tree. Just before I do that, this is the December 26th at the time I'm recording this video and posting this video. So I wanted to wish you guys all a belated Merry Christmas, and hopefully y'all had a good time for the holidays and enjoyed some time with y'all's family, and also wishing you guys a Happy New Year for 2021. So that being said, let's hop in straight to the skill tree for this box-to-box build. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the physical side of things on this build. And what I did on this right side is pretty much went all the way down to the second win, which is very clutch. In the 75th minute, you get a little extra boost of stamina. And it's very good just to make sure you aren't running out of stamina in some of those crucial moments towards the end of the games. Because that's where a lot of goals happen, is in that last 15 minutes of the game. A lot of goals are scored because stamina is really low on most of the players, and that second win can actually give you a little bit more of a boost over all the other players because you just got that little bit of extra juice in the tank to run a little further and faster. So that's what I have. I don't have this 3 skill point stamina. I really don't think it's worth it for 95 stamina. 92 is already plenty, especially if you already have the second win. And what I wanted to do also on this left side is add a little bit more strength because this guy is not the strongest by any means. So it bumps up to 71 strength. And since he is 5'10", which isn't the shortest at all, or definitely not the tallest, I wanted to make sure he won some air duels, especially off of like goal kicks, off of like opponent's goal kicks. You can score a lot of goals just winning the headers and the 50-50s off of their goal kicks and then going and scoring immediately. So having a guy that's really good at jumping and being able to win those aerial duels is clutch. So my guy can spring up a bit because I bumped him up to 92 jumping, which is actually really good, and you'll notice it in game when you try and go for headers. He actually has hops. So now on the defending side of things, what I was looking for, since the center mid defensive stats aren't the best as a 5'10", 174-pound center mid, they're average, but not anything great. But again, this is a box-to-box build, so I'm focused on pretty much a well-rounded build. So it's not too necessary to have crazy defensive stats. So what I did is basically tried to bump everything over 80, except for the defensive awareness. That's not possible to bump over 80. You can't even upgrade your defensive awareness at all. That's just a default stat for midfielders. So what I did is just went with the top 6, and then I got this right slide tackling on to get myself to 80 slide tackling, which is actually technically 79. Apparently, it's the number that's on the left is what your real stat is. Even though it says 100%, apparently the stat on the left is the stat that you actually have. So technically, I only have 79 slide tackling, 79 stand tackling, but 80 interceptions. So that's it for the defending. So let's move on to the dribbling. I have a ton on the dribbling. This is pretty much for every build. I would highly recommend boosting up your dribbling, especially if you like to dribble a lot. So what I did with this build is got 5-star skills. Again, that is not necessary. If you don't want 5-star skills, you can take that off. And as a midfielder, you could even take it off and do 3-star skills. But what I do suggest is the flare trait as a midfielder. You can pretty much make a pass from any angle on the field. A guy could be completely behind you, you can just backheel it. So it makes really good first-time passes and fancy touches, and I really like that as a midfielder because you're on the ball a lot and making a lot of passes. So I have the flare trait and the 5-star skills, and then pretty much, well, yeah, literally everything on the agility and balance. And then I just don't have this ball control focus and ball control specialty and dribbling advanced focus because these two take off your agility and balance, which is something you don't want. 90 dribbling and 89 ball control is already plenty for a midfielder build. So that's the dribbling side of things, and now let's go to the passing. This build is very good at passing. Midfielders already have insane passing in general, but what I wanted to do is get to the swerve pass. So that's basically what I did. I just went all the way down to the swerve pass, and my guy goes to 91 long pass, 92 short pass, 85 curve, 82 crossing, 87 vision. So very well-rounded passing stats, and you'll notice that as well. Your guy will be making dimes, and you'll be getting some great assists as long as your teammates can finish in the goal. So now we're moving over to the shooting, which y'all might be surprised because I actually have a ton of stuff on shooting for this build. Again, it is a box-to-box, so I'm living up to the name and want to make sure I am well-rounded on the defending and the dribbling, the passing, and the shooting. Pretty much everything. My guy can do pretty much everything. He's like a Swiss Army knife. Got everything in his pocket. He's ready to use it and utilize it and ball out. So basically, I have this 5-star weak foot because not only just for the shooting with the 5-star weak foot, but the passing. It also helps your passing quite a bit. Let's see. Weak foot. Increase how good your passes and shots are on your weak foot. I actually notice a big difference if you have a 2-star, which I only think it's possible to have a 2-star in pro clubs, but a 3-star, say, and you're passing on your weak foot, like a long pass, they're just not nearly as good and accurate as if you were doing it with your dominant foot. So having a 5-star weak foot in the midfield is actually low-key very good because you can make passes with either foot and they're absolute dimes because you already have crazy passing stats. So having that 5-star weak foot on top of that and allowing you to be able to make passes from any foot is pretty crazy, and I highly recommend it. If you don't want the 5-star, 4-star could do pretty well for you. And then what I would do if you wanted to do that is take this off. You can take some of the finishing off. I wanted to make sure I got it on 80 so I can at least have 80 finishing. And you could even take some of the shot power off, I guess. If not, just take off the long shots, and then you could add some more to the pace, which I'm about to show you guys. But for now, I'm going to keep it on this 5-star weak foot. And then I also got the volleys to get it up to 90 volleys as well. I believe that is just because I needed something to put on. I just had some extra skill points to put, and that's what I went for, because there's nothing else that's really that's much better than actually getting these volleys up. So that's what I went with. But on the pace, the last section of this build, y'all would think maybe I had a little bit more pace, but I think this is plenty, especially the higher sprint speed you can chop down. So you have 80 acceleration, 83 sprint speed. Definitely not the fastest, but I really don't think it's necessary. And again, if you don't want the 4-star weak foot, you can take off this. I would suggest taking off this, and then maybe you can do that. But then again, as you see, you can only do like 2. You could do this one and get +1 acceleration and then +1 sprint speed. So I don't know if that's very much worth it compared to the actual 5-star weak foot, adding +1 acceleration and +1 pace, or having a 5-star weak foot. You can decide. And then also you can take off the skill moves. So let's see. Take off the skill moves. Take off the flare trait, even though I don't suggest that. Just do 3-star skills and then take off the 5-star weak foot. What you could do is do like this and just add a little bit more pace like that, and then you have 4-star skills to work with, and then maybe you can add more on the defending if you want to be more defensive focused for this box-to-box build. But again, that's not what I went for. I'm taking this off, and I actually I don't mind this pace right here. 80 acceleration, 83 sprint speed, pretty good as a center mid in my opinion. And then I really like the 5-star weak foot, as I keep mentioning. But yeah, this is my build, guys. There's definitely some ways you can work around it if you don't like it exactly how it is. You can make some adjustments, tweak it to how you play FIFA and what you prefer. But for the most part, this build is going to work very well for all you guys, I believe. So let me know in the comments if you try this build out, how it worked for you as a midfielder. Really appreciate that. And also let me know what other builds I want to do. Someone else commented a winger build, and what I'm thinking I'm going to do with that winger build is, since I don't play winger very much, I actually do have a winger build. I like it. I've only used it a little bit, but we have like 2 or 3 other dudes in our club, mostly 2 dudes that pretty much play winger all the time, left and right wing. I was thinking about getting on their accounts and showing you guys their builds, as well as my build too, so we can give y'all 3 really good builds that y'all can use as wingers, and y'all can decide from there and just compare like the differences between our builds. So let me know if y'all think that's a good idea for another video. Other than that, guys, this is my box-to-box build. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like on the video if y'all like this video, and maybe even hit that subscribe button on my channel, guys, if you want to see more FIFA 21 Pro Clubs content in the future on my channel. I would really appreciate that. Helps me out a lot. And maybe even that bell. Click that bell just so you're notified exactly when my videos come out, and you'll be one of the first ones to watch my videos. Again, thank you guys for watching this video. Really appreciate it and staying until the end. I have a few more clips I'm going to show you guys for this box-to-box build as this video wraps up, so stay until the end for those clips. I would really appreciate that, and y'all have a great day, guys. Peace out. What a douche. Let's go.
I guess I scared him.
Oh, what? Mine? Embarrassed.
It's going to me?
Holy
Oh,
What you got?
look what you made me do, bro.
What you got?
Yes. Oh, dang.
Why is he
Oh,
Lucked it out of the air.
for nothing?
Yeah, you.
That's why we got to go snook.
Just destroyed that guy.
Would have been perfect too.
That would have been crazy.
It's actually a nice play.
Try it again.
Oh.
And that brings to an end the first. Deserves credit for winning the ball back.
Ooh, all over him. Yeah, why is it
Maguire.
insane?
Strength and control, a big part of his game.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, a lovely
Oh,
ball.
fuck
Can he
yes.
keep his composure?
Nice.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
He just cannot
Let's
keep
get it.
them down, and it sets up a furious finish.
Let's
You really
get
gonna do this when
it.
your
Neutrals
computer
are
doesn't
getting
work
on
right?
his
They don't know
work.
what to do, they don't know
Yeah.
what to do. It's, oh,
Oh,
what did he do?
Lantos.
No, I fouled.
Oh,
No,
boy,
let him go, let
I
him
think
go, let him
it
go.
was
Oh, let's go, let's go.
Keep going.
I was over.
No, I called for it. Okay.
Never happened.
They're all getting back. Oh my
No
god.
way.
Oh my god.
Oh
Best pass I've ever seen.